Okay, so guys, what you can see here is basically a before and after. So this is what the photograph looks not prepped, okay? So just print it off on the graph paper, and then this is what it'll look like afterwards. So this has been the photograph that I've been working off of. So because our paper is larger this time for the ink self-portrait, we need to have 12 rows and 8 or 9 columns. So before we had, I think it was 5 and 8. Yes. So now we have 12 and 9. So 12 rows and then 9 columns. Everybody's piece or project is going to be vertical, so there is no like, okay, what should it look like if it's vertical or horizontal? Everybody's going to have vertical just because we want to see your whole face. Okay? So I'm going to show you guys how to do this. Let me zoom in a little bit so it's a little bit easier to see. Okay, so everybody should have those 2 long strips of paper. Okay, we're going to use these to help us kind of figure out where we would like to crop. Okay, so make sure you have your 2 white strips of paper in your hands. And then first thing I'm going to do before I start is I want to count how many columns I have so far. So if you guys notice, and I'll kind of zoom this in, it's a little hard to see even on the dark part. You can see that right here on the left, both on the left and on the right, I don't have completely filled columns here on my grid. So you can see that the photograph does not fill in that complete column. I'm not going to count those, okay? So I'm not going to count that as one. So what I'm going to count is just initially the blocks that have been filled in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10. That means I only need to get rid of 1. So I need to figure out basically which side is going to get taken off of. So I'm going to go ahead and start and take 1 off over here on the left. Let me zoom this back out. And then nothing off here on the right. So that's what that will look like if I don't take anything off the right and just take it off the left. And then let me see what it looks like if I take it off the right and nothing off the left. So I actually kind of like this one better because I like that you can see this stuff. I'm looking away from something. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So I want to have more on the left. That's just personal opinion. So decide what you want, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and you can take your Sharpie or your pencil, and I'm just going to kind of mark where I want to mark or tape off and do the same thing down here so I know where to put my tape. And then I'm just going to move those off to the side. Zoom out a little bit more. I'm going to take masking tape. Of course, my masking tape is not cooperating. So I'm going to take masking tape. I want to make sure that the tape, before I use it, is longer than my photo. And so what I'm going to do then, and this is the part you have to be very careful with, because if you put your tape in the wrong spot, you can't exactly take it back up and expect your picture to be intact. It will pull off the ink. So make sure that you are lined up and you have it exactly where you want it. I just kind of hover over the area. Oh, fun. And then once I'm good, I just put it down. So that's where I'm going to mark there on the right side. I need another piece of paper for my left. So again, I just kind of hover over. And then once I'm in the right spot, just kind of then lay it down. So now I've got my sides. So now what I need to do is figure out where I'm going to crop the top or bottom. So first I need to count again how many rows I've got to deal with. I need 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I have 14 and I need 12, so that means I need to take off 2. So There's a lot of options here. So I'm just going to go ahead and start by taking my white strips of paper, and I'm going to crop off one at the bottom and one at the top and just see where that gets me. So that's what that looks like. And then I'm going to see, okay, well, what will it look like if I take 2 off the top and nothing off the bottom. That's what that looks like. I kind of like that already, to have more of my neck show. Now if I take 2 off the bottom and nothing off the top, that's what that looks like, and I think that takes it too far up, close to my chin. Kind of looks weird. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 off the top and nothing off the bottom. Again, you might choose differently. You need 12. Yeah, so you need 12 rows. So I'm going to just slightly move my white pieces of paper here and just mark on here where I know I need to put my tape. You should have extra. Like, everybody should have something that they're covering up because...
Oh, look. Mine's is weird because this on the top is like that, and this on the bottom is like
that's
that.
Fine. That's fine. That's fine. Did you count how many?
Yeah, like here? This is exactly 12. In
That's
the
exactly 12?
Yeah.
Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh, you're
5.
counting this?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought since this is like this.
You could go ahead and count that. That fills up most of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So you have 14, so you have to cut off 2.
Okay.
All right, so again, what I'm going to do is hover over this until I've got it lined up, and then I'm just going to put the tape on top there. Same thing down here at the bottom. Make sure my tape is longer than my photo. Hover over it until I've got it lined up, and then lay it down. The next step then is to label the numbers, okay? So hopefully when you label the numbers, you've got the right number of columns and rows. So I'm just going to label right on top of the tape here and inside the boxes. The tape's transparent so you can see through it. Do this over here on this side too. So this is a good thing. And then I'm going to do it also here. And down here. And there is the finished product. So kind of zoom in, see. So you should have, again, 9 columns and 12 rows.